This video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon. Hi guys, I'm here with a video on how I made my Magical Girl Diva headset. So at this point, I've already cut out all of the pieces. This brown foam that you see here is 4mm thick, and I'm just dremeling the edges at a slight angle so that they'll attach the way that I want them to, so that the sides attach so that they angle out ever so slightly. And then I'm applying contact cement to those pieces so that they are ready to be glued in a second here. On this gray phone, I've traced out the headband, like the main strap of the headband, and I'm cutting that out. This gray foam is 6mm thick. I'm also scoring the foam with little cutouts on the inside wherever it needs to bend, because her headset has these sharp bends, and to create that, I'm scoring the foam, removing a section of it, just make sure not to cut all the way through, and then putting glue in that section and closing it by bending it shut. Here I'm patterning out the little antennas that go at the top of her earpiece. A lot of this, like the beginning of this video, is just cutting out pieces and gluing everything together, just totally randomly, so I'm skipping around a lot, but those little square shaped pieces that we were just gluing the sides onto, that's the main like ear cuff part, part that goes on your ears, and then these are the antennas, and I wanted them to be thicker than 4mm foam, but I didn't have foam thicker than that, so I'm gluing 2 layers of that together. And here's the part where I'm applying the glue to get ready to glue those bends that I was talking about earlier on the headset shut. I'm taking a Dremel and dremeling down the sides of the antennas and making sure that's all nice and smooth before gluing it on, because that's just what's easiest. I also decided to Dremel the sides or seams of the little part that goes on the ears as well at this point to make that all smooth, just so that everything's nice and smooth before I start gluing the pieces to one another. I believe this black foam was about 5mm thick, and I'm using that to create the wing portion of her headphones. So these little wings sit on that square earpiece. I'm also scoring that with a box cutter, like the lines where the wings would be divided, and then hitting that with a heat gun to open those lines up so that there's a nice clean groove in there. And then I Dremel the sides of that to make it nice and smooth. To create this rectangular layer that the antenna part has, I just cut out a long rectangular strip of 2mm EVA foam and then glued that around the base, cutting off the excess when it's fully wrapped around. Here I've already stuck the antennas onto the earpiece, and now I'm applying contact cement to the spots where the wings are going to attach. I've already laid them on the foam piece and found the spots and then traced where I wanted them to sit just to make sure that everything was going to end up where I wanted it to and look even. Using my Dremel again, I'm smoothing out the sides of the headband. Now I'm using contact cement to attach the earpieces to where I want them to sit. So for this part, I recommend you try the headband on, figure out the position that you would like the earpiece to sit, make some sort of marking or trace it while you're wearing it so that you know where it's sitting exactly when you take it off, and then glue it together. To create the little rectangular details at the top of the headband, I used 2mm EVA foam. I glued those pieces into place using contact cement. Once everything was glued into place, I primed this entire piece with about 5 layers of wood glue. Once the wood glue was fully dry, the last layer of it, I painted the entire thing with acrylic paints. The lighter colors, like the pink and the white, needed several layers before they were fully opaque. The black only needed about 2 or 3. And then once that was finished, I topped it off with a coat of clear, glossy spray paint. once that was finished, all that was left was to glue on these giant acrylic hearts that I found on eBay. I don't remember the exact size for these, but they're like pretty much one of the biggest sizes you can get. And in order to glue those into place, I dremeled down the area that they would be attached to on the headband, and then applied contact cement to both pieces, let that get tacky, and stuck it together. And that finishes it for this video. I hope you guys found this helpful and enjoyed the video. I'll have more videos, and I have tons already posted, so check those out. Thanks for watching, have a lovely day, and bye.